Hello everyone, hope everyone is fine. So we are discussing the chapter that is dual nature of radiation and matter, okay? So in dual nature of radiation and matter, till now we have discussed one important phenomenon which is known as your photoelectric effect, and from photoelectric effect we have discussed about this one, the Einstein's equation, and we have discussed about the laws of photoelectric effect, and we already discussed about the failure of wave theory, because according to photoelectric effect, light is supposed to be consisting of particle, and each particle is known as photon, and energy associated with each photon is given by E equal to h nu. That is, we have discussed. So what is going on? So the topic that is going on is equal to dual nature, okay? So dual nature photoelectric effect we have already discussed. We have discussed Einstein's equation. So you know that the light is consisting of both particle as well as wave, okay? Because according to ray optics, light is consisting of particle. So जो लाइट का पार्टिकल थ्योरी है, सो फ्रॉम पार्टिकल थ्योरी, लाइट का दो थ्योरी है ना, एक पार्टिकल थ्योरी. सो फ्रॉम पार्टिकल थ्योरी वी कैन एक्सप्लेन द फेनोमेना ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन. द फेनोमेना ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन कैन बी एक्सप्लेन बाय अ पार्टिकल थ्योरी. रे ऑप्टिक्स में मिला था ना. अच्छा, द फेनोमेना ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन इट कैन ऑल्सो बी एक्सप्लेन बाय कंसिस्टिंग लाइट एज ए पार्टिकल. द फेनोमेना ऑफ फोटोइलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट, the phenomena of photoelectric effect is also explained by considering light as a particle. Some another effect are also there, that is we have not discussed because that is not required in our syllabus. But by considering light as a wave, we have discussed about, first thing that we have discussed is number one, that is reflection. फर्स्ट थिंग जो हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया है वो है रिफ्लेक्शन. द सेकेंड थिंग दैट वी हैव डिस्कस्ड इज इक्वल टू रिफ्रैक्शन. अकॉर्डिंग टू हाइजेंस प्रिंसिपल वी हैव एस्टैब्लिश्ड बोथ द टू important phenomena or the basic phenomena of light. Then we have discussed about interference, okay, by considering light as a wave. Then we have discussed about diffraction by considering light as a wave, and the third phenomena that we have discussed is polarization. लेकिन जो सेबा ने, मतलब काउंसिल ने जो अभी जैसा बोला है ना कि they will reduce the syllabus, तो I think according to that strategy by the council, I think they will remove the topic polarization. ठीक है, बट तुम लोग सारी उसको पढ़ाई कर सकते हो बिकॉज दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर योर एंट्रेंस. तो पार्टिकल थ्योरी से ये तीन मिलता है, और वेव थ्योरी से और है, कॉम्पटन इफेक्ट है, सीबेक इफेक्ट है. ऑल दिस टॉपिक कैन बी एक्सप्लेन बाय द हेल्प, विद द हेल्प ऑफ कंसिडरिंग लाइट एज ए पार्टिकल. मैं ये सब नाम अभी यहाँ पे मेंशन नहीं किया है, ठीक है, क्योंकि वो सब सिलेबस में है नहीं. सो नाउ द कंफ्यूजन आ गया साइंटिस्ट के ऊपर में कि लाइट, वेदर लाइट इज ए पार्टिकल और वेदर लाइट इज ए डिस्टर्बेंस. क्योंकि वेव का पार्टिकल मतलब यहाँ पे light is consisting of particle, and each particle is known as photon, and light is a wave also, and wave is nothing but a disturbance, okay. and you already know कि waves जो होता है, wave में particles कभी भी movement नहीं करता है. particle theory क्या कहता है? particle theory ये कहता है कि when light will fall on a surface, it means photon from the source of the light is striking the surface, but as per the wave theory, the particles will not move from their original position, they simply oscillate from their mean position, and the disturbance will propagate. तो साइंटिस्ट को, मतलब साइंटिस्ट जो था 1920s या 19 मतलब उस समय में, तो वो लोग बहुत, मतलब एक उन लोगों का एक डाउटफुल सिनेरियो उन लोगों का सामने आ गया. तो उस समय में एक साइंटिस्ट आया, उसका नाम था दी ब्रॉयली. तुम लोगों ने नाम तो सुना है ना, दी ब्रॉयली इज ए फ्रेंच साइंटिस्ट. सो दी ब्रॉयली, सो दी ब्रॉयली ने एक दी ब्रॉयली मैटर वेव्स, तो दी ब्रॉयली ने एक मतलब इस जो कंफ्यूजन था उस कंफ्यूजन को ख़त्म किया, एंड दैट इज नोन एज योर डी ब्रॉयली हाइपोथेसिस और डी ब्रॉयली मैटर वेव. तो दी ब्रॉयली ने क्या बोला कि दी ब्रॉयली ने बोला कि लाइट इज कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ पार्टिकल, मीन्स लाइट बेसिकली कंसिस्ट ऑफ पार्टिकल, बट according to Newton, light is consisting of particle and it follows a straight path ना, as per the particle theory. तो दी ब्रॉयली ने ये कहा कि लाइट इज कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ पार्टिकल दैट इज फोटोन बट इट मूव्स इन अ वेव पाथ. ओके, तो डी ब्रॉगली ने सिंपली दोनों को मिक्सिंग किया और मिक्सिंग करने के बाद उसने एक नया मतलब एक लॉ डेवलप किया और उस लॉ पे देखो पार्टिकल थ्योरी क्या कहते हैं. पार्टिकल थ्योरी ये कहते हैं कि लाइट इज कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ फोटोन एंड इट मूव्स अलोंग ए स्ट्रेट पाथ. एंड वेव थ्योरी क्या कहते हैं कि इन लाइट जो होता है, लाइट में पार्टिकल्स मूव नहीं करता है, सिंपली डिस्टर्बेंस मूव करता है. ठीक है, लेकिन पार्टिकल्स तो यहाँ पे भी है. तो डी ब्रॉगली ने दोनों को एक साथ किया और उसने बोला कि लाइट इज कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ पार्टिकल बट इट डज नॉट फॉलो ए स्ट्रेट पाथ, इट मूव्स इन ए वेव पाथ. ठीक है, तो यही था डी ब्रॉगली का हाइपोथेसिस. तो डी ब्रॉगली ने जो वेव निकाला, लाइट का जो वेव निकाला, डी ब्रॉगली ने क्या बोला देखो. डी ब्रॉगली ने बोला कि लाइट इज कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ पार्टिकल बट लाइट फॉलोज ए wave path. This is the direction or this is the motion of a light. So since this one is a wave, so you will get here some wavelength na. So from here we have to calculate what is the wavelength of de Broglie matter wave. This is known as your de Broglie matter waves. Okay, this is known as de Broglie matter waves. ओके, क्योंकि कभी भी ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है कि लाइट में दो फेनोमेनन होगा. तो एक था पार्टिकल थ्योरी का हिसाब से लाइट फॉलोज ए स्ट्रेट पाथ. अकॉर्डिंग टू द वेव थ्योरी ऑफ लाइट इज नथिंग बट ए डिस्टर्बेंस. ओके, तो डिस्टर्बेंस यू ऑलरेडी नो हाउ वेव प्रोपागेट्स. तो पार्टिकल्स ऑसिलेट इन देयर मीन पोजीशन एंड द वेव प्रोपागेट्स. तो डी ब्रॉगली ने ये तो दो थ्योरी था, दोनों को मिक्स किया और मिक्स करने के बाद बोला कि हाँ, लाइट इज कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ पार्टिकल बट इट डज नॉट फॉलो ए स्ट्रेट पाथ, इट फॉलोज ए वेव पाथ. ओके, दिस इज नोन एज योर डी ब्रॉगली हाइपोथेसिस. ओके, सो अकॉर्डिंग टू डी ब्रॉगली, light is basically consist of, according to de Broglie, light is basically consist of particles and these particles do not follow, and these particles do not move along a straight path but follow a wave path. Okay, such a wave is called मैटर वेव्स. क्योंकि पार्टिकल्स है ना वहां पे, तो दिस इज नोन एज मैटर. तो सच से वेव इज कॉल्ड मैटर वेव्स एंड मैटर वेव्स और डी ब्रॉगली मैटर waves. Okay, or de Broglie matter waves. Done. So according to de Broglie, light is basically consist of particles and these particles do not move along a straight path but follow a wave path. Such a wave is called matter waves or de Broglie matter waves. Okay, so थोड़ा theory में कहता हूँ तुम लोगों को. You can write that de Broglie stated that as light possesses dual nature, and light का dual nature है ना, particle nature and wave nature, dual nature, and the universe is consist of matter and radiation only. देखो, universe is basically consisting of matter and radiation. Radiation means what? Nothing but energy. Radiation only. So as nature loves symmetry, thus matter waves should also possess dual nature, both particle as well as wave. According to de Broglie, a wave is always associated with a moving particle which controls the particle in every aspect. तो मैंने खाली ये लाइट के बारे में बोला है. तो डी ब्रॉगली ने क्या कहा देखो, अकॉर्डिंग टू डी ब्रॉगली ए वेव इज ऑलवेज एसोसिएटेड विद द मूविंग पार्टिकल. तो वेव में क्या होता है, ऑलवेज देयर आर सम मूविंग पार्टिकल्स अकॉर्डिंग टू डी ब्रॉगली व्हिच कंट्रोल्स द पार्टिकल इन एवरी एस्पेक्ट. दिस वेव इज कॉल्ड डी ब्रॉगली वेव और मैटर वेव्स. ओके, so what is the, if this is the de Broglie matter waves, then what is the wavelength of de Broglie matter wave? Okay, so the wavelength of de Broglie matter wave is given by, so what is the wavelength of de Broglie matter waves? So wavelength of matter waves is given by lambda equal to h by mv. तो यहाँ पे h क्या था? You guys already know h is equal to Planck's constant. Okay, step by step. H is Planck's constant. M is what? M is the particle. Okay, whatever the particle is moving along this path, उस particle का जो mass होगा, that is known as the mass of the particle obeying de Broglie matter waves. So this is mass of the particle, and what is v? V is the velocity of the wave. Okay, or you can also say v is the velocity of the, instead of wave you write one thing, v is the velocity of the particle. So instead of mv you can also write one thing, that lambda equal to mv means mass into velocity, that is momentum. So lambda equal to h by mv or lambda equal to h by p. So this is the wavelength of de Broglie matter waves. Okay, so next is another format, some for another equations of de Broglie matter wavelength of de Broglie matter waves we have to discuss now. Now the thing is, what are the another waves? So what are the another equations? Okay, so this part is little bit theoretical. So what we got? We got that lambda equal to h by mv. Okay, and lambda equal to h by mv आया कहाँ से? वो मैंने फर्स्ट क्लास में ही बोला था, ठीक है. लैम्डा इक्वल टू h by mv कहाँ से आया? देखो, लैम्डा इक्वल टू h by mv मैंने फर्स्ट क्लास में बोला था. You guys already know that E is equal to what? mc square. Okay, E का दूसरा वैल्यू, दूसरा फॉर्मेट क्या है? E is equal to mc square, and E is also equal to energy of each photon is h nu. Okay, mc square. So photon का स्पीड क्या होता है? c divided by lambda equal to mc square. तो c cancel, so lambda will be or equal to h divided by m into c. This is for a what? This is for a photon. So this is the momentum of photon. So you can write here h by p. Okay, but if you consider any particle, c is what? C is the velocity of photon, but for any other particle, c will be equal to what? V. Then from here you can write lambda equal to h by mv. So what we got from de Broglie? We got the first equation as lambda equal to h by mv. Then we got that lambda equal to h by p. This is the another equation. So this is the first one, this is the second one. Acha, we have देखो, what do you mean by the term called momentum? Momentum और kinetic energy के बीच में relation क्या था? देखो, we have kinetic energy ek equal to what? Half of m into v square. You already know. So this is twice ek is equal to m into v square. Okay, so you do one thing, twice m ek is equal to m square into v square. Acha, it can be written as twice m ek is equal to mv a whole square. Mv is momentum, so it can be written as p square. From here we can write that p is nothing but root over twice m ek. This is the relation between kinetic energy and momentum. So what will be this equation now? So this equation can be written as lambda equal to h divided by root over twice m ek. Okay, this is the another equation of de Broglie, of the wavelength of de Broglie wave. ये था first equation in terms of mass into velocity. This is in terms of directly momentum. Is there any other equation that we can generate for wavelength from the previous equation? देखो, kinetic energy from Einstein equation, you know one thing, that kinetic energy can be expressed in electron volt also. Okay, So you got this relation, na? You got the relation that kinetic energy is equal to E into V naught. V naught यहाँ पे क्या था? Stopping potential, but here we will not discuss about any stopping potential. So we can write kinetic energy is equal to E into V, where E is the charge of an electron and V is the accelerating potential. So it can be written as, जो formula था, ये formula, it can be written as lambda equal to H divided by root over twice m E into V. Okay, so this is the another formula. So if we consider about electron, so for an electron m is equal to what? 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg, and E is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. So from this formula, what we can write? Lambda. What is the value of H? H is 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 divided by root over twice m, which is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. E is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. V is what? V is here potential applied, you can say accelerating potential. तो V is potential, हम accelerating नहीं कहेंगे यहाँ पे. So V is the potential applied. Okay, potential applied. So if you do the calculation, then you will get the answer is equal to 12.27 divided by root over V Armstrong. So this is the another formula. If potential is directly given for an electron, then the wavelength of de Broglie matter wave will be 12.27 divided by root over V Armstrong. Okay, acha, in HSS first year you got one more formula from kinetic energy. This is as a note. Okay, you got one more formula from kinetic energy. So what is the kinetic energy of the particles? उसका जो एक formula मिला था वो क्या था फ्रॉम HSS फर्स्ट ईयर? ये फर्स्ट ईयर में से मिला हम लोगों को कि काइनेटिक एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू 3/2 kBT. व्हाट इज KB? KB इज द बोल्ट्जमैन्स कांस्टेंट, व्हिच इज KB इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? KB इज इक्वल टू बोल्ट्जमैन्स कांस्टेंट था ये, बोल्ट्जमैन्स constant. And what is the value of Boltzmann's constant? 1.38 into 10 to the power minus 23 joule per Kelvin. Okay, तो इसका यूनिट था joule per Kelvin. This is as a note. So if you put in this formula, in which formula? In this formula. Okay, so what you can write from here? From here you can write that lambda is equal to H divided by root over twice m. Instead of EK you can write 3/2 kBT. Okay, so 2 cancel, so lambda का वैल्यू आएगा H divided by root over thrice m kBT. From here you can write that wavelength is proportional to 1/root over t. Okay, so there are lots of formula from de Broglie matter waves. Okay, so these all are the wavelength. So first one is lambda equal to H by mv. ये मिला first formula. This is the second formula. This is the third formula. This is the fourth one. This is for an electron, directly shortcut. Number 5. This is the number 6th formula from de Broglie matter waves. Okay, so no need to worry about these things. Very easy. Acha, you guys know the value of 1 Armstrong, na? 1 Armstrong, it is the unit of meter. So what is the value of 1 Armstrong? 1 Armstrong is 10 to the power minus 10 मीटर. जिसको याद नहीं है वो ये वैल्यू को एक बार याद रख लेना, ठीक है? 1 Armstrong का वैल्यू होता है 10 to the power minus 10 मीटर. So this is the de Broglie part is over. So after this, the last topic of this chapter is Davisson and Jarmer's experiment. Okay, so अगर Davisson and Jarmer's experiment as per the council, अभी तक तुम लोगों को ये नहीं बोला है कि Davisson and Jarmer's experiment चाहिए या नहीं चाहिए. ओके, लेकिन ऑलरेडी ये एग्जाम पे आ चुका है फॉर 2 और 3 टाइम्स। तो उस पर खाली एक ही चीज़ देता है कि ड्रॉ द नीट डायग्राम और ड्रॉ द नेसेसरी डायग्राम ऑफ डेविएशन एंड जार्मार्स एक्सपेरिमेंट। उसका थियोरिटिकल पार्ट तुम लोगों को नहीं चाहिए। सो यू गाइज डू वन थिंग, in your copy you simply draw the Davisson and Jarmar's experiment that is available at the end of this chapter। ये चैप्टर का जो लास्ट पेज है वहाँ पे दिया हुआ है Davisson and Jarmar's experiment। तो तुम लोग एक काम करना, एक नीट एंड क्लीन डायग्राम अपना कॉपी पे ड्रॉ करना। क्वेश्चन जब आएगा तब यू विल गेट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम Davisson and Jarmar's experiment and it will be simply you have to draw the diagram। तुमको खाली डायग्राम ड्रॉ करना है एग्जाम में, ठीक है। And I think council will remove this topic from this chapter, okay? So let's see till 31st what will happen. With this we can say that this chapter, which is dual nature of radiation and matter, is over, okay? So but theoretical part is over. Yesterday I have started some numerical, so today now and onwards we will do some numerical, क्योंकि numericals are the important part of this chapter, okay? Numericals बहुत ही important part है from this chapter, okay? So इस chapter में basically दो ही equation है। One is your Einstein's equation and another one is your de Broglie's wavelength or de Broglie matter waves, okay? So this is the wavelength का formula, ठीक है। So you guys remember all the formula? To score marks from this chapter is very very easy, because from theoretical part either you will you first study। देखो theoretical part से तुम लोगों को क्या चाहिए? From the theoretical part you should go through the various methods of electron emission, then the variation of photocurrent with number 1 intensity, next applied potential, next with frequency, and then after that Einstein का equation, and the next part is your laws of photoelectric effect and failures of wave theory, and after that you should go through the numericals, okay? Numericals are the essential portion of this chapter, and अगर ये chapter fully समझ में आ चुका है then you can solve any numerical from whatever any kind of entrance exams, IIT हो, JEE हो, NEET हो, any type of entrance exam में from dual nature what जो भी question आएगा you will be able to solve it, okay? क्योंकि chapter is not so much tough, okay? आसान है। इसका next में जो chapter आएगा वो तो और आसान है, that is atoms, ठीक है, ठीक है। तो एक दो क्लासेस के बाद में हम लोग को एटॉम्स मिल ही जाएगा। तो फर्स्ट हम लोग क्या करते हैं, फर्स्ट हम लोग न्यूमेरिकल्स को खत्म करते हैं, ठीक है। सो न्यूमेरिकल्स पे इसका लेकिन ग्राफ बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, हाँ। So let us first solve the example 11.7। तो example 11.7 पे क्या है देखो, what is the de Broglie wavelength। तो what is the de Broglie wavelength, तो we are solving now example 11.7। तो what is the nature of the de Broglie wavelength। So first the wavelength we have to calculate it, clue मिल चुका है। accelerated with an electron, तो the charge here is given as electron ना, the charge is given here as electron, accelerated through a potential difference, potential difference is given as 100 volt। so this is very very simple। for an electron what is the wavelength, मैंने बोला था for an electron the de Broglie wavelength is given by 12.27 divided by root over v Armstrong। so it will be 12.27 divided by root over v is nothing but root 100 Armstrong। so this is 12.27 divided by 10 which is 1. Armstrong already है पीछे में, so it will be 1.227 Armstrong। I think is it clear to everyone? हाँ, लेकिन ये 0.123 अच्छा राउंड ऑफ किया है, so it will be 1.227 Armstrong, okay? अच्छा, what is 11.6? देखो 11.6 जो है example 11.6 is very very important for your exam, board exam, very very important, which is example 11.6। देखो 11.6 में क्या है, ए पार्टिकल इज मूविंग 3 times एज फास्ट ऑफ एज एन इलेक्ट्रॉन। तो एक पार्टिकल है, तो इस पार्टिकल का जो स्पीड है, तो पी मतलब यहाँ पे प्रोटॉन नहीं, पी मतलब पार्टिकल है, तो पी पी मैं यहाँ पे लिख देता हूँ, पी इज नथिंग बट स्पीड ऑफ पार्टिकल स्पीड ऑफ पार्टिकल। तो स्पीड ऑफ पार्टिकल इज गिवन एज 3 times of speed of an electron. So this is given as velocity of the particle is equal to 3 times of velocity of electron. This is the first clue given in this example. Okay, the ratio of de Broglie wavelength of the particle to that of electron. So ratio of de Broglie wavelength is also given. So lambda p divided by lambda e is equal to 1.813 into 10 to the power minus 4. Question is calculate the particle's mass and identify the particle. ये बोला है कि पार्टिकल का मास कितना होगा एंड फ्रॉम द मास यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द पार्टिकल। देखो लैम्डा पी क्या होगा, h डिवाइडेड बाय मास ऑफ पार्टिकल, h डिवाइडेड बाय मास ऑफ द पार्टिकल एंड डिवाइडेड बाय h by mv था ना, so it will be velocity of the particle. अच्छा, what is e? E is h divided by mass of electron divided by velocity of electron. ये समझ में आ चुका है ना तुम लोगों को? This is given as 1.813 into 10 to the power minus 4. This is given. So you do the simplification. Now h divided by mass of p, particle, velocity of particle, mass of electron, velocity of electron by h, cancel, is equal to 1.813 into 10 to the power minus 4. So 1 by mass of the particle into what is the velocity of the particle, 3 times of velocity of electron. What is mass of electron? 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31. This is velocity of electron, cancel. So 1.813 into 10 to the power minus 4. So what is the mass of the particle? So the mass of the particle will be, इसको इस साइड में लेके जाओ, तो ये होगा 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31, 3 into 1.813. So if you do the calculation, your answer will be 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg. This is what? 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg is nothing but mass of a proton. So after that you write mass of a proton is equal to the mass of the particle is equal to that of the particle. So particle क्या होगा? So the particle will be a proton. ठीक है, so we have calculated the mass and we have identified the particle and the particle will be a proton. Okay, so this problem, there is example 11.6 is very important for your board exam. Okay, so in our next class also we will do some problems from this chapter because problems are very important and theory क्या important है वो मैंने already बोल दिया तुम लोगों को. ठीक है.